Welcome to the Entertainment Rants podcast, your number one source for all things entertainment. Join host Marco Mazzola and his fellow ranters as they sound off on the latest movies, TV, and the world of entertainment. Now, here are your ranters for the hour, Marco, Mila, Larry, and Bruno.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Entertainment Rants podcast. I am, as always, your host, Marco Mazzola. We are, of course, brought to you by the Subculture Podcast Network. Find us online at bio.link/subculturepod network. Let's get right into it. Hello, Larry.
Hey.
What is happening,
Nothing
good
much.
Sir?
Nothing much, man. Nothing
right.
much. Just catching up on some things, watching some things.
Watching some things?
Watching some things, catching up on some things, getting yelled at about some things.
We're getting yelled at by some things. My man, we are coming off of one of our most interacted episodes ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Let the hate flow through you. So if you haven't listened, check out our YouTube channel for our Dune Part I episode, where Larry and I got all kinds of shit wrong.
Based it, if you will.
Good Lord.
Yeah, my bad.
The internet that loves to hate.
Yeah,
And
my
we
bad.
gained new subscribers.
That's impressive.
That's my favorite part.
I mean, yeah, that was
100% my favorite
like
part
that.
of this
That was
whole
good.
thing. We got
My
a new
bad.
subscriber based on the bullshit we were speaking
Yeah, right?
last week. I'm not saying I'm going to apologize for it.
No, why?
Why would we? It's the internet. But I am going to say we're going to try to get more things correct this evening. But I'm not making any promises to say we will.
There you go.
Okay?
I like that.
So
it's
tonight,
it's a good intro
we're
right
going
there.
to go over, Dune Part II. The Empire Strikes Back, if you will, of the Dune series. It's not going to relate
Just gonna ride that out.
I really am.
Just gonna ride that?
I really am.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah. Why not? So,
Why-
yes, we're going to go over Dune Part II. It came out this year, actually, 2024. Rated PG-13. 2 hours and 48 fucking minutes. 48 minutes, what did I say? 2 hours.
2048.
That's what it says on the IMDb.
No, I don't know. Mine was rather quick because I watched it today while I was at work, and I think it was only like 2015 on Amazon.
I don't know which one you watched. You sure you watched Dune Part 2?
Fuck.
Were there any Wookiees running through the screen? Because this is the one.
That's right. This is the one when they're on Endor, right?
Yeah, that's right. No, the icy planet, not the steam
Hoth,
planet.
that's right.
The
Yeah,
Hoth planet. Yeah.
Hoth planet. That's right.
So yeah, it was long. It was a long one. I heard some other people sort of talking about it today too, and I try not to listen too much before we do the recording.
Oh, was it really 2 hours and 46 minutes?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. 40, is that 46? Yeah. Oh, good Jesus, my eyes are shot. If that's sick looking ain't. But I listened to some other podcast stuff talking about today. I try not to listen too much because I don't want to be influenced. I want to make sure I'm giving my personal review. But when I was listening, they were saying the exact same thing I was thinking. It is long. It gets, and preachy is not the word. There's a lot of religious tone to the movies. This one obviously lays on really heavy with it. If you like that sort of thing, go with it. It's not my bag, if you will, when it gets really deep into the mythology and the religion portion of what's going on in it. So it didn't hit with me as much as the first part did, even though it does obviously have its religious tones to it. But this one obviously takes it to another level because they get with the people more, right? They're with they're the disciples and the religious people more. So because they find them all in the lower half of the planet.
Yep.
So it just got a little much for me. I didn't find the action as intriguing in this one as much as the other one. I don't know. It's kind of hard to. We talked about it last week. We were excited to go into the first one, and I don't feel like it lived up to that excitement. I'm not saying it was all bad. I think it definitely had its good parts. Some parts I definitely enjoyed. But I don't think I loved it as much as I wanted to based off the first one.
Yeah.
I think that there was definitely room for some editing, in this one. There's definitely some stuff that could have been shortened and cut out, and and God only knows how long it really was before the editors got a hold of it.
I wish they cut some parts out and just inserted more other parts like I felt there was a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Fucking talking.
Yeah.
And
what is it,
talking,
Star Trek?
And talking. No, that's another one.
Just
talking.
Start to piss off another whole franchise.
I know, right?
Too many Senate hearings. But yeah.
Yeah. It's boring.
Yeah. It was just a lot of it to this time. It's it got to be too much.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't have to be all shoot 'em up, bang bang. I don't care. That's not the type of movie it's supposed to be. But there has to be a balance.
Yeah.
To hold my interest for almost 3 hours, just 14 minutes short of 3 hours, you got to have a little bit more. You got to give me a little more. The pacing has to be a little bit more where you have the talking parts and hit with some action or something. Obviously there's not going to be any comedy in it. It's not that type of movie, right? It's very heavy. And it's a very heavy movie. The tone of the movie is dark. It's heavy. It's depressing. It's apocalyptic, if you will, into that respect. I mean, you know what I mean? It's that, everything that's going on is so bleak.
Yeah, it's the fall of one house, the rise of another. It's the emperor trying to play his game. It's a chess game, and it's everybody trying to. It's a play for power. It's a power play. This whole thing is a power play.
Yeah.
Then you have the religious aspect of it, and you have these people that believe that he is the prophet, he is the Messiah, he is, he's the one that's going to set his people free. And then we kind of see him not believe, but kind of sort of believe, and then. They kind of hit it. They're like, listen, not for nothing, but we...
That's just a Matrix ripoff. I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
Just fucking with everybody.
I know, right?
Just fucking with everybody. I know this came out in 65, but really 63.
That's
that
right.
Con was a serial type thing. And, thank you.
Yeah, right. So it's like, you see the character, he kind of changes because he kind of believes it, and then he believes in himself, and, and all of a sudden you have all the religious beliefs, all the religious people that are just believing, and they're like, yeah, let's fucking roll with this. And he's like, sweet. And then, the way it ends, it's time for a holy war. I'm like, oh, fuck, great. It's got the Crusades. I don't know. It was super, super heavy into that, and then I got to think about when this actually came out, right?
Yeah.
Before I do that, I'm going to say this. If the first movie was a Star Wars ripoff, this one was like an Avatar ripoff because of, he's riding the worm.
Yeah.
The same way that Avatar did. They flew them.
Yeah.
All right, that was just in jest. I said completely in jest. Here's the deal, and I'm going to get to this. Look, we got corrected on this, right? The series came out.
The right word, or we were assholes?
We were assholes about it.
No. We got ripped new assholes.
We got ripped new assholes. Look, and here's the thing, and I said when we said it the first time.
I'm still walking a little funny from last week's episode.
Lube. I
ran out.
Here's the thing. And I said in the first one, I didn't know that this was a remake, let alone know that it was a series. Okay?
Right.
Got corrected? Okay, fair enough. It came out in there was little vignettes, 63, the books came out in 65, there was a six book series. So everybody, yes, you are right. All these other sci-fi movies that came out after are absolute rip-offs of Dune.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Avatar ripped that whole scene off, and I'm glad that I was schooled to the fact that this book came out first, because if I didn't know that there was a book, that's legit the very first thing I would have thought of.
Yeah.
Because he goes to...
That's our timeline of seeing these things.
Right. He goes to, it's part of the test. Well, we saw that already in Avatar, because he had a test too.
Yeah.
And he had to go ride one of the fucking things.
Yeah.
He ends up finding the biggest one.
It was stop those fucking things.
I don't know, man.
I know this is kind of a side note, and that you're going on a really good tangent here. I like this. But that's one thing I was distracted by.
How do you stop the worm?
How do you just stop? You just get off and go, hey, thanks, buddy.
Thanks for the ride.
Get off, and it doesn't fucking eat you.
But yeah, because they just keep going. I think what it is once they throw the hooks in, they're more or less trying to get away from that. That's the only thing that's in my mind. So it's okay, when you're done, you let go of the hooks, or you just pull the hooks off.
There's a ton of people on it, and they're some people are sitting down. Remember they had multiple worms, and they were taking multiple.
Oh
people.
Yeah.
And, the what's his mother is in the capsule, and they're all riding the worms. And,
when they're done riding the worm, they're done.
Do you pull a rope on a bus?
Like on a bus.
Bing.
Off here, please.
This is my stop.
My stopping jump. I don't know.
They never explain that. That bugs the shit out of me. There's not a tuck and roll scene. We all gotta kind of grab my duffel bag and I tuck and roll off.
I don't know. Maybe they wait till the worm gets tired.
I don't think they'll get tired, but yeah,
probably not.
That's
So if I didn't know that this was a book, I would have seen that scene, right, where he goes out. Not only does he get a worm to come, but it's this big fucking. It's like the hugest, like the biggest.
It's Category 10 fucking hurricane.
And it reminds me of the part in Avatar when he goes to fucking finally connect with the flying. I forgot what they were, but like it was like the big monster where they're like, oh my god, that's like the old G.
Yeah.
So it's. I'm gonna say it, Avatar was a complete ripoff. That whole scene was an absolute ripoff of this. And you see when they show and as it was written, and they see the sign, the picture that they drew, the Pictionary wall, and it shows the character riding the sandworm. So yes, all these movies that came out after 1965, all these sci-fi were ripoffs of this book series. Now here's the problem that I have with that. Maybe not a problem. The books come out. It's hard to believe that these books that are fantastical as they are.
Yeah.
People absolutely took these ideas. Star Wars fucking hands down, absolutely.
Yeah.
Took so much from this and created a thing. But they did an amazing job to it. And because of the age that it came out, it was in late 70s when George Lucas came out. Yeah. That's when people were really watching movies. So if I'm not born in 1950-odd, because I figure by a teenager you're reading this book. You're not reading this at 10 years old.
No.
So if this book comes out in 1965, you're like 1950 when you were born like 1950, right? You read the books. In 1977, when you're in your 20s, Star Wars comes out. Then you go like, hey, wait a minute, this is from the book. Mm-hmm. I was born in 77, you were born in 76.
Yeah.
When we first saw it, this was the beginning for us, right? This was the bar that we saw our sci-fi. For me, it was Star Wars, Buck Rogers, fucking...
and I never saw the original Dune movie in the 80s.
So now you have these Star Wars movies that come out in the 70s. Now, obviously, the people that are in charge of movies said, wow, Star Wars did such a good job by pulling aspects from the Dune. Why don't we create an actual Dune movie?
Let's do a Dune
so
movie.
They did in 1985. And it was fucking horrible. It flopped. Roger Ebert, I pulled it up earlier. Roger Ebert said this was the worst fucking movie. It was super dark. The coloring wasn't good. The actors looked like they didn't want to be there. Yeah. Nothing made sense. And Roger Ebert even said, he goes, unless you read the books, you don't, huh?
It was David Lynch movie.
Was it David Lynch movie? Fucking makes perfect sense. So Roger Ebert,
the movie doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So Roger Ebert said, he goes, unless you read the books, you have no fucking clue what's going on. It was too all over the place. So the movie attempt that David Lynch made at making the actual movie, fucking sucked and it plummeted.
Yep.
So nobody did anything with that franchise. That they didn't do anything, and then they wait this long to do something to serve it justice. But unfortunately, you had all these movies already picked from it. So now when we do watch this movie, that those of us that didn't know it was a movie prior, those of us who didn't know a book, we have these other movies that picked from this series, and we're going, oh, these are all ripoffs. So that's my defense.
Sure.
You know,
not that we need a defense, but I get what you're saying.
But that's where I'm going with it.
No, I'm with you. I knew of the original Dune movie.
Okay.
And I knew that it was a book series, or a book or two. Like, I knew all that. I never read them.
Right.
And I never saw the original movie. And I had no idea when the original book had come out. Like, I knew of it.
Right, but there was nothing...
Well, I knew it came out before the movie. Like, right before the movie. I had fucking no idea.
Right.
So I had no clue the crossover, stuff like that. It just seemed like, oh, this is like Star Wars. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yep. And not having seen the original Dune movie, you see the new Dune movies. Is it like the original? Is it like the books? Or have they changed a whole bunch of shit?
Right. Now, I mean, I kind of almost want to, now go watch the original. We talked about this last time.
Yeah.
And it almost makes you want to go there, watch the original just for context, really.
Yeah.
And maybe I do want to.
That article from Robert Jordan.
I know, right? That's like, ooh.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I'm not that self-abusive.
And here's and that's another thing, too. It's like, if the books were that amazing.
Yeah.
How come nobody fucking said it? Like, why did we wait fucking 50, 60 years to do this?
Yeah.
You know, like, why? If they were so amazing, why didn't this get done back yonder?
I guess, they did it in the 80s, and it takes time to redo some certain movies. And now is the magical time, isn't it? Now is the magical time to do comic book movies, because we have the technology to make a movie like this look the way it should.
Yep.
Because visually, the movie
is amazing.
Both of them, they're visually stunning movies. Absolutely, the cinematography. Absolutely, I cannot take that away from these movies. You know, I think a lot of the acting I think Timothée Chalamet, I think he's good. I thought he did well in the role. I like him as an actor. I like watching him in things.
No.
He does not disappoint, everything that I've seen him in thus far. Christopher Walken should not have been in this movie. I thought that was a huge miscast, and I love Christopher Walken.
Yeah, but
I thought it was a fucking wicked miscast.
But who are you going to put there, though?
I don't know, but he was just... it's Christopher Walken. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Timothée Chalamet, people know who he is and shit like that, but, like, you get Christopher Walken as the Emperor, and he's talking like Christopher Walken. Like, he's got a cadence to his voice. Yeah. It's like... It's like Christopher Walken, and he's older now, so it's almost like he's doing an impression of himself.
Yeah, right?
It's like it's bad. It's horrible. I remember Lewis Black, the comedian.
Yeah, I love him.
Did the skit of like he went auditioned for a role because they were doing something on him, and he didn't get the role to play himself. Unbeknownst to him, there was a better him.
That's pretty good.
What the fuck? It's like the same thing. Like Christopher Walken's doing an impression of himself.
Right.
Through this movie, it was a little off-putting.
Yeah,
I think you could have found somebody better to be the Emperor, to play that role, to have the cadence and the gravitas.
I mean, the cadence is weird being the Emperor.
He seemed kind of clownish. He seemed kind of goofy.
Yeah,
what is a very serious movie. A dark movie, a serious movie with a lot of like depressive undertones to it. I mean, Stellan Skarsgård's character is super dark and depressing, and I love the way that he got taken out. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, right.
But like,
plot twist.
Yeah, you saw that coming. He was definitely going, but he was too evil to leave alive. But like him against Walken was just like I don't get it. Like, Walken's controlling this guy? Like, I don't understand how he becomes the Emperor and nobody's off this clown yet.
Yeah, well, I think, again...
How's he pulling strings? He seems like he's not playing with a full deck.
He's got the... I think just what it is the Emperor has the right people in place, and he's like, listen, I'm going to give you power, but yet, just so that I could take that power away from you.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to make you rich and fat, but just remember, I can always take that away from him, which he does, right? Yeah. So I think that's how he keeps everybody in check. Because he had, how did he get power? Family lines, bloodlines. Obviously, that's how all these things work.
Listening to Christopher Walken do it.
Right. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I think that was a wasted character.
It's the same if you honestly, it would be the same if you put like Al Pacino in the role. Like Al Pacino, one of our greatest actors.
I mean,
but like you have him on there, it's Al Pacino.
Yeah,
that you could tell it's or Joe Pesci.
Ben Kingsley would have been a good part.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley, I could deal with the Ben. I love Ben Kingsley. I think he was great. Sir Kingsley, excuse me, Ben Kingsley. But like, I just there's just
I agree with you. Yeah,
that was a tough one for me. Florence Pugh, I love her. I think she's great. I enjoyed her performance.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was her. Like, it took me a while. I was like, I
saw her immediately. I'm like, that's Florence Pugh. That's my Florence. I love her. Well, she's great. I've loved her in the Marvel stuff.
Yep.
I think she's got the serious acting down. She's got a little bit. She got that comedy.
Yep.
She's got like that innocent kind of quirky like humor. You know what I mean? She kind of plays with it a little bit. I like that in her. I think she's really good looking too.
What?
That doesn't hurt.
Easy on the eyes?
Yeah, she's easy on the eyes. You can watch her for a movie. Yeah. Watch her read the phone book, but that's all right.
Why not?
So that's all. I thought there was some good. I thought the his cousin, if you will, I thought he did well.
Yeah.
I liked him. I liked his scary, psychotic.
He was good.
He was real good.
I like him.
So I wasn't too big on the fight they had.
So that's what I want to hit on that a little bit. I'm
not gonna say easy, but I thought it was a little anticlimactic for me.
I agree with that because it was quick. I wanted more. But what I will say is I felt like the fighting choreography in this movie was better than the first one, and I picked that up because I was looking for it.
I agree.
And when I saw their fights, and I went, that looks pretty fucking cool.
Fight.
Oh, the little Coliseum fight. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
That I kind of expected to be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right? I was looking for the fighting with him and Timothée Chalamet.
No.
And because I wanted to see what it was. And I don't know if it was a stunt double because the way it was like shot.
Yeah.
Maybe, because of the sunlight, whatever. But it looked really fucking good, and I appreciated that. And I was like, I can, again, not a lot of fight scenes in this movie, but for what it was, I did enjoy it. It looked better.
There just needed to be less loquacious talking. There's a lot of exposition.
That's the word I always forget. I'm like, what is the word? So this whole movie,
the Reverend Mother
was exposition.
The Florence Pugh.
All over the
again,
fucking
I can listen
place.
to her, but like she's talking about the mother, and then his, Timothée Chalamet's mother, and just like his stuff with Zendaya, and like it was just constant. And and there was less, like flashbacks or his visions.
Well, there's less visions.
There's definitely less.
We saw the visions in the first. So the visions in the first one,
right? There was less. Not that there was none, but there was less. Thank God. But there
was a little back and forth timing though, like.
Yeah.
Not back and forth like when he first gets there. I feel like there was some time jumping.
Yeah.
Like when he's quote unquote training with the desert to be one of them. Like I feel like there was a little bit of time jumping, like to the point that because I watched this during work. And I got it off of my right, and I'm doing something electrically, and I'm in the panel, and I saw it, and I went, okay. And I saw something, I was like, wait, what the hell? Did I just miss something? Like, I hit, like, the rewind button, like, the 10-second back, like 5 times, like, 5 different times. I thought I missed something, but it was just a quick, like, little time jump. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that I could kind of, I don't like, not this movie in particular, but I don't like when movies do that too much. Yeah. Once in a while, okay.
Right.
Instead of the whole 80s montage, training montage, that's fine.
You want to see Van Damme doing the training montage?
Right.
Fucking
like,
awesome.
The whole training montage versus the whole time jump thing, I don't. If it's too much, it's too much.
Yeah.
And I feel like in this particular role, it was too much because I kept losing myself, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Like she doesn't like him. Now she's in love. I'm like, wait, what? What the fuck happened?
When you feel like you've missed something, there's a problem with the storytelling.
Right.
I am watching this. Did I pass out? Did I fall asleep?
Yeah. So I
know that's bad storytelling.
Yeah, and I felt like that there was
editing or where's Bruno? Bad writing. Right. There's something. Yeah, I agree.
There's parts of that
Did I miss something too? Like the worm writing. Did he just really pick that up really fucking fast?
Oh, he's the Messiah.
Okay, but still.
That's the way I'm going to look at it.
That seems like a skill you might need to learn a little bit more than I got on the worm. It was kind of tough a little bit, but I got my hooks in and I'm fucking good to go.
They kind of allude to it when he's like, hey, just remember what I trained, remember what I showed you, remember how I trained you, don't, and he makes a joke, he's like, hey, don't embarrass me.
Yeah.
So that's letting us know that they have been working on it.
Okay, had he been on worms before, or was that his first one? Let me tell you, I don't care how much training you do on the sand. Or on the rock, the first time you jump on one, you're not getting it that fucking good. We train people all the time.
No.
You throw 100 punches, 100 kicks, 100 blocks. The first time you jump in the ring with somebody, those blocks and kicks aren't coming out the same.
No, they're not coming out the same.
Because now somebody's bearing down, punching you in the face.
Yeah, maybe he did. I don't know.
It's just weird when that kind of thing happens. It always drives me crazy. Like, give a little bit more of that, him falling off the fucking worm or something. I don't know.
Well, listen, but if they showed you the training montage, where's all the talking gonna go? Right,
up their ass. I don't care. I don't care. Make less of it. That's what I wanted. Was a little bit more of action.
What's that word again?
Exposition.
Exposition. I gotta write that shit down.
You should. It's a good word.
That's such a good word.
We're gonna put that on your calendar for the day.
Exposition.
Get Larry a word of the day calendar, but the whole first month is all it says exposition over and over again. Fucking again with exposition. Yes.
Exposition.
Yes. So yeah. All right. So there you have it. Who else in this one did you dig? Were you digging on in this one? Because there was. I'll
tell you who I was very disappointed with. Super fucking mad.
Okay with?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No. We can talk about who I like.
No,
I
okay.
like.
Go with it. Go with your train of thought.
Dave Bautista's role. I thought that was probably one of the most fucking underutilized character.
Yeah, they just made him out to be an idiot.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like you had me believing that he was this Billy badass.
Yeah, he just turned out to be.
And when we start to see more of him, he ran away at the first sight of. I'm like, where is this guy? I'm like, don't tell me he's trying to fucking take off.
He's like the Charles Lee.
Yeah, dude, he took off, and I'm like, where the fuck is this dude going?
General Lee of
yeah.
this group.
So I'm like, what?
I'm out.
Really? This is how this happens? Like, he takes off.
It's not your speed.
Yeah, yes. Charles Lee. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I was late on that one. So it's like I didn't. I don't know if they nerfed this character or like if that's how that character's written. I don't know, but I was super upset with that.
Books, yeah.
I kind of giggled a little bit when he fought Josh Brolin's character though.
Yeah. Because
in the original, Drax wanted to kill Thanos, and that never happened in the movie. So now Thanos killed Drax.
Yep.
I went, hey, look at that, they're fighting again.
That's right. A little less makeup than last time, but it's all right.
That's all right. So
he's going to be back again,
Who's going to be back again?
Josh Brolin, he's coming back as King Thanos in the Secret Wars.
No shit.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Is he going to come back as Cable?
No. In fact, he was not upset, but he wasn't like pissed. But he was kind of wishing
he'd
do Cable again for the new Deadpool.
Yeah.
But they didn't get him back for it. But he is coming back as King Thanos. Okay. For the Secret Wars. Yeah,
I'll take that.
That has been announced.
Even his character, like I feel like they tease us with these characters that want us to like vibe with them.
Yeah.
And I feel like that they didn't really do anything with them.
Listen, they were too busy having exposition.
Lots of exposition. The Reverend Mother?
Yeah.
She was fucking bad.
Yeah, she was.
Timothée Chalamet's mom there? Yeah. She was a bad woman, man. Yeah. Like, she was the fuck around and find out, I'm gonna control all this shit, and I'm gonna make my son be the fucking emperor. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the things, like, so Dana said, she was like, you all believe in this faith because that's the faith that she told you to believe in. Mm-hmm. Like, you all believe in this faith that her people started. So now, obviously, it's like, I'm going to tell you that to get the black belt, you have to do this, and then I make you do it. Well, yeah, because I'm the one who told you how to do it, so obviously you're going to listen to how, So I figure, when you start seeing her, like, make all these moves, I'm like, she's pulling all the strings, I'm like, oh shit. 100%. So she knew exactly what she was doing. So I liked her a lot.
Yeah, she was good. I liked her a lot too.
I do like Chalamet's character. I like the development of him. Really good actor.
Yep.
I felt that character. I connected with it a little bit, like, and I think that's a good job of him.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to. I was like, all right, I want what's going on. I tried really hard, but I still don't care about Dana's character.
No.
I really don't. Like,
all the way to the end.
Yeah, like, I feel that was a very stale job. I don't know if that was her or the writing. There's nothing really there that made me go, wow, I really feel for her.
Not that I'm into pissing off the internet, but I just don't give a fuck. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. But, I just, like, on a just a general note, it's not that I don't like her. It's not like a Tom Cruise hate. I don't really care one way or the other. Like, if she's in a movie, like, I didn't find her particularly wonderful in the Spider-Man movies. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, oh, great, I'm glad they got Zendaya for this. Like, honestly.
Kind of mid.
It was
a little bit better. She's a little bit better than mid, but yeah.
It could have been somebody else who did a better job. You know what I mean? Who could have done a much better job of the character. I just don't really find her acting that compelling. I just don't. I think she's kind of a one person. Like, she always looks like somebody just peed on her dress.
Yeah.
She's got that pissed off look on her face all the time.
Always.
And that's it. Even when she might look happy, but she never looks happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Unless she's swinging through the city.
But even then, she's kind of like annoyed by it. You know what I mean? Like, it just seemed like, I don't know. Just something about it. Again, it's not like I hate her. Oh, I don't want to see her in movies. It's fine, but she doesn't light my world on fire when it comes to her acting skills.
You know who she reminds me?
As a person, I find her to be great. I've seen her in interviews. I've seen her, like her sort of backstory stuff, and she seems to be a very wonderful person. You know what I mean? A very caring person, a very generous person. Things like that. So as a person, I think she's fantastic. But as her acting, I just it's kind of mid for me. I don't really.
She gives me Michelle Rodriguez vibes. Michelle Rodriguez is from Fast and Furious.
But I still find her to be, like, as a person, on a personal side, a better person than Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, I don't know anything about Michelle Rodriguez's person. Like, was she a bad person, a good person?
I don't say a bad person, but she just seems a little bit not as kind of, like, humble and nice, Is like, sort of, like, big as Zendaya is, and, like, fashion and everything that she is.
She's very humble.
She still seems kind of more humble about her shit, you know what I mean? Even though she knows, like, she's kind of, like, one of the top dogs, you know what I mean? She seems a little bit more like that, but I don't know, Michelle Rodriguez just never struck me that way.
Okay. Well, on the personal, like I said, whatever. I don't.
But yeah,
I really don't pay that much attention, honestly, to these people's like personal lives because whatever the fuck. I don't.
It's not like you're on a podcast, but it's okay.
Listen, I'm here to talk about Entertainment, not about their fucking personal lives. I don't give a shit unless they're complete assholes. Then I just don't want to talk about them. Period.
Looking at you, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, like acting chops, like she gives me those Michelle Rodriguez vibes.
Yeah.
Like not a bad actor.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying, but there's nothing about their acting that
Not
makes
a
you
lot
go,
of depth.
wow, right.
Not a lot of depth.
It's the
There's
same
not a lot
character
of,
no matter
it's the same
what.
person.
Yeah, because I mean,
It's the same person every time I see you. You're playing the same character every time, even though it's not supposed to be the same character. You're playing it.
You're playing the same character. Yeah, you're playing it the same way.
No, 100%. I agree. I agree with you. It's like Tom Schneider. It's the same goddamn person.
Tom Schneider. Who's Tom Schneider?
You can do it.
Rob Schneider.
There
you go. Yeah, you said Tom.
Well, Tom Schneider's the same thing. Isn't he the other guy?
Who's the other guy?
Oh, Tom Schneider. Isn't he the... Look him up. You recognize him when you see him. He's the other goofball with the goatee.
The other goofball with the goatee.
Yeah, he's another knucklehead. But no, I meant Rob Schneider.
Yeah. What? I don't know. Are you making names up?
I might be.
You might be making shit up.
I could be making shit up.
That's fine. I mean, it's late.
I am tired. All right. Well, this is making for good podcasting. This dead air time.
That's fine.
Sorry. We'll get some comments. It's fine. The comments were awesome. Really, gang. If you haven't watched the YouTube one, read the comments. They're hysterical.
There's Tommy Schneider's.
There you go. But really,
sure.
You got it. Like, we love it when people commented. Like, Bruno was having struggle with it.
Yeah,
Bruno
I was fine with it.
God bless Bruno. He was struggling with the comments. Like, guys, I'm like, dude, it's interaction. I don't care. It was great.
I mean, by all means,
we responded to most of them that I got a chance to. I haven't responded to all of them yet, not because I didn't want to.
It's just a matter of timing.
Yeah, just lost track and shit going on in the family, so I didn't get a chance to. But I will.
No, but no, like you said, like I responded to one of them too.
And thank you for everybody who did interact and wrote.
Absolutely.
I don't care what you wrote.
This is what we do.
One person was like, "You guys suck. You shouldn't be podcasting." And I'm like, you know what? Thank you for
that tells me that we need to work on our shit more.
Yeah, and honestly, I asked the person like, why? Like, don't just say that.
Yeah.
Tell me why. Why did it suck?
Why did it suck?
That's the only thing I don't like about comments and stuff like that. You can write that. You can tell me I suck all day long. Say why.
Why?
I can't get better if you don't tell me why. Yep. Just telling me I suck doesn't say why.
Yeah.
What about it that sucked? What about it you didn't like?
Was it the fact that we kept calling her a Red Sox, a Star Wars ripoff?
Yeah.
If that's the case, then okay,
because you don't know your shit. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
You got it all wrong.
All right.
I don't like when you laugh. You know what I mean?
Listen, a couple people.
I don't like the cut of your jib. It's not video, but you know what I mean? Whatever.
I mean, when people said, "Hey, this is a fucking book for us," I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Those are constructive criticisms we can work with and make it
that
better.
I got.
And make part 2, Empire Strikes Back on Dune better.
There's one person, oh yeah, it was a book series first. A simple Google would help.
Google.
Well, if nobody told me it was a book series, why would I Google? I don't know. I saw the fucking movie.
No.
And that's the thing that bothers me when I watch a movie, right? And if there's a certain
you do know that we're making Bruno go nuts. Right?
Oh, I know. That's fine. I love you, Bruno. When I watch something, I don't forget about the book. I don't know it's a book. I'm watching the movie for the first time without any context.
Yeah.
If I have a question about something, don't come at me with, well, it's in the book. I don't give a shit if it's in the book.
I felt the same way with
I'm watching the
Potter.
movie.
Right.
Okay.
When I watch the movies, I hadn't read the books yet.
Okay.
And I haven't read all of them
I still
yet
haven't.
I'm trying to download them on,
audio,
so I can actually listen to them all. But I'm just doing the Lord of the Rings ones right now.
Oh, God.
Well, it's 23,000 hours of my life. I don't know how much time
God.
to do it, but they're actually really good.
Long drives.
It is. I'm on the Fellowship of the Ring. I think I could get to Australia by now and maybe get through Fellowship. But, I watch the movies for the movies.
Yeah.
I haven't read the books. If I read the book, great. If I did, there's some things I do. I read the book first, I watched the movie, great. But if I haven't, I don't care. I'm watching the movie for the movie. And I'm going to critique the movie, not the movie based on what it didn't do for the book. Right? Because you can sit there and pick apart all the Harry Potter movies and what they didn't get right based on the book. I don't give a fuck. I want to know how this movie was. Why am I comparing? It's two different mediums. They don't always translate. Very rarely do they translate well.
Very rarely.
Okay? And some do it better than others.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Some absolutely do it better than others, but none of them do it perfectly. Looking at you, Wheel of Time. And, it's just, so it's okay.
Fuck Wheel of Time. I haven't even watched it. I don't like it.
Yes, right? So it's okay. I just want to see if this is a good movie.
Right.
Do I like the movie? I don't give a shit how they changed this character from the book. I don't care.
So that's part of what this movie like makes me wonder, because it was so much of it that I feel like that was dragged out or whatever. Like, this is one of those movies, especially from doing this podcast. I know I was just talking like Bruno, which is the writer aspect of our group here. It makes me, when I watch this movie, it makes me now start to think on how much did they take, like how much did they cut out of the book that would explain a lot of these things? Because you're right, like there's parts of this and you're like, I don't understand. Why did it get here? Yeah. And I like, for instance, the worm part.
Was the movie good enough to make you want to go back and read the books?
I don't know.
You know, like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
were good enough to make me want to at least listen to. I don't have time to read them, but I can listen. My car rides.
It makes me interested it makes you interested in the novel itself.
Versions, I listen to the unabridged versions and get all the details that I missed.
Yeah,
that whole beginning scene in the Shire at Bilbo's birthday is fuck ton longer than they made it in the movie.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ, on a popsicle stick. It's a lot.
Jesus Christ, on a
motorbike. It's a lot longer. Yeah, and I'm sure the whole rest of it will be. It's like a 19-hour listen.
Oh my!
Oh yeah, it's long.
It's a couple shifts at work.
Oh yeah. So for me, it's a lot of car rides. My car rides aren't as long as they used to be. So it just is what it is. Yeah, I have 18 hours and 36 minutes left.
Jesus.
We're listening that's just the first one, and I've already downloaded the other ones. Yeah.
How did you download it?
Audible. Yeah, I got them on Audible. I get I get that 1 credit a month because we're sponsored by Audible.
Here we go. That was the plug.
I get my free credit a month.
That was that Audible plug.
Well, not free credit. I get my credits a month because I pay my. I have my membership.
Same here. That's where I get a lot of stuff.
I love it. I know we're sponsored by Audible. It's sort of self-serving, but I do actually really like Audible.
Oh no, absolutely.
I have a ton of stuff on my phone that I have to listen to or have been listening to, from self-help books to.
I gotta do it so the credits don't expire.
They don't. Do they?
I think so. No.
I think they do.
I don't know. I just keep buying books.
Yeah. No, they don't expire.
But for this movie though, like I wonder though, like how much.
Well, if they have it, actually you can look it up. Do they have it on?
Oh, I don't know.
So you can look it up. Do they have the books on Audible? I'd be surprised if they didn't.
Probably do at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Dune audio collection. They have Dune Messiah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Dune by Frank Herbert.
Yep.
Free credit. Dune Messiah, Children of Dune, Heretics of Dune, God Emperor of Dune. Yeah.
So some of the other ones. So you have the original 6
narrated by George Guidall.
I don't know. So Herbert did the first 6 books.
Yeah.
And then after he passed, his son picked up the mantle. And I think he did. He got together with another author, and I think that they fucking pumped out like another 10 or 17 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I just looked it up. Yeah,
Herbert and Kevin Anderson.
Yep.
The Dune House of Atreides House trilogy. Yeah.
Yeah. So they pumped out. So, I mean, does this movie make me want to go back to read the books? I don't know. I'm kind of mixed.
I might. Maybe at least the first one, like on audiobook. I might. Once I'm done with. So next year? Yeah, so next year, when I have time, when I finish the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I might download.
Oh, the trilogy? I thought I was talking about just the first.
No, I still got 18 hours. It's okay. I can handle 18 hours in the next couple of weeks. I'll do that.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, I might do the Dune one just to see. We'll see.
We'll see.
What I like. But again, it's that kind of thing. Do I want to... Is it inspiring enough to go back and listen to it and find out things that I missed? What are the parts that took out?
Or are you just happy with what you saw? And you're going to call it a day.
Well, no, but that's neither here nor there. The second movie, like I said, didn't do it for me as much as the first movie.
So, the second movie, this is a tough watch.
It was very loquacious.
It was a tough watch because I think it was more or less a tough watch because I was expecting so much more.
Yeah.
I was expecting these unbelievable battle scenes and fight scenes, and we're going to go to war, and it wasn't. It was him. The whole film was about him becoming this leader, the Messiah. He's becoming the Messiah.
Yeah.
Essentially, and it's like, all right, man.
Don't get me wrong. It's got great ratings. It did really well. Like as far as ratings, it's like an 8.7. You know what I mean? It's got good ratings, even on IMDb and stuff. So, it's done well as a movie. People have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I wonder what if it's just that audience it speaks to. You know what I mean? The sci-fi fantasy people. We should talk about that. You're not a sci-fi person.
I'm not, and
you love your Star Wars.
So this is the thing.
Bruno was riding you hard on. God bless him.
He said, "Oh, you're not a sci-fi person, but hello, Star Wars." I'm like, well, yeah. And then what else? What else you got?
What else you got?
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Cool.
But that's it.
That's pretty much it. It really is. Like, I'm not running out the house to go fucking.
You're not going to Trek convention?
I'm not going to a Trek convention. I'm not sitting down binge watching the fucking Deep Space Nine. I'm not.
Galaxy Quest.
Oh God, no! That movie fucking horrible. Suck.
Sorry, I had to. I had to throw in a Galaxy Quest reference.
I'm kind of interested in Doctor Who just because honestly, listening to you guys talk about and watching how passionate Mila is about it, it makes me go, you know what? So when I just saw a preview for it, and I was like, all right, like when I watch somebody that passionate about it, that will make me. But other than that, like Doctor Who, I remember watching him on Channel 2 or Channel? Yeah, it was Channel 2 back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Right, big curly hair with a scarf. That guy.
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yeah.
But it was done in that kind of image, and I was like, whatever. Yeah. But I'm not running around here looking for the fucking next sci-fi movie.
No.
Even like really like fantasy movies, I'm not. There's a couple of them. Like I've got my Never-Ending Story. I've got my Labyrinth.
Yeah.
My sci-fi is E.T. Like that. That's my early years.
You stopped at the 80s.
Oh, that's pretty much because what else we got in the 90s though, as far as quote unquote sci-fi that I would like. In the 90s, I'm hitting that high school.
What was Demolition Man? You were a big fan.
Demolition Man was awesome. I don't consider that sci-fi though.
It
was an action movie, fucking set in the future. It wasn't really sci-fi. I mean, can you say that there were sci-fi things in it? Yeah. But if I'm not gonna put that in the same category as I would put fucking Star Trek.
No.
Right?
It's still on Earth.
Yeah, so it's still. But even just forget about it's still on Earth. It's just in the future.
Right.
It's like, okay, you expect technology to, advance.
Sure.
So
doesn't want to use the 3 seashells.
I still, Blade Runner. I mean, that's kind of sci-fi-ish.
That's
kind of fantastic, right?
Yeah.
But when that's why. So it's like there's nothing really in the 90s that makes you go, ooh, I want to watch this. Like Independence Day, I fell asleep in the movie theater. I wanted to leave. Like I was with like a group of people. I'm like, this fucking sucks. I want to go home.
Really?
Yeah. Like I just.
Wow. I love that movie.
Of course you do.
Okay, there you go.
That's the end of this. That's the end of this relationship.
Yeah, it's been fun. The ride's been great. Honestly,
it's been a fun little ride.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's it. We're done. But yeah, so
get back, by the way, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, this is Entertainment Rants. That's focused martial arts. That's different.
Is that different?
It's a different wall.
I gotcha.
It's a different
room.
Different room. That's the front. It's the front of the house. This is the back of the house.
Gotcha.
Out there, you're Shihan.
You leave my back of the house alone.
Hey, I don't want to go near your back of the house. Just the sci-fi. I don't know, man. Like, I like Star Wars. That's just fucking cool. That's cowboys and Indians up in fucking
really
space.
Is a cowboy, it's a space western.
Throwing some fucking religion. Well, obviously it's a ripoff of Dune. I wish the 85 version of Dune was that much better.
Yeah.
Because I think that by the time of that movie, it missed its window, and it was done by the wrong person. I think that's the biggest thing, right?
Yeah.
It missed its window because at that time we already saw fucking Star Wars. We saw all 3 of them. That was already fucking this is fucking fire.
Yeah.
Now you've got Dune.
Right.
And it's like, and it was done by David Lynch.
Then, even in the 80s, I wonder how many people compared it to Star Wars.
Probably, I'm sure there's something, hey, somebody help us out.
Because it was before
YouTube
the internet.
Help us out, yeah.
But, before podcasting, before YouTube and people in their comments, I guarantee you people still compared it. Oh, that was kind of like Star Wars. They did this like Star Wars. Because they hadn't read the books.
Yeah.
And there wasn't anybody to tell them, hey, asshole, hey, kid, this was a book.
Hey, kid.
Hey, kids. I love that.
Hey, kids.
God bless him. But he apologized.
He did.
Come on.
He did.
You got to give him credit for that.
No, absolutely.
That's rare.
I know, right?
That's fucking rare in the internet. I give him all the props in the world.
Yeah.
Still want him to connect with us. I'll send him a t-shirt.
Shit. Absolutely. Have at it. Do you have his name?
Yeah,
bring up his name.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
But no, that's a very good question. Like, I mean, when the original movie came out, how many people, like you said, that didn't read the books?
Yeah.
But I feel that maybe at that time they knew it was a book already, because I mean it's 20 years later.
Not necessarily.
I don't know.
So like I said, I was obviously only 10. Not even. I was 9 when it came out.
Right, but you got. I mean, you have.
Movie, but I didn't know it was a book.
Right, but I mean, by that time in 1985, you've got people that are in their teenage years. It's 20 years after the series comes out.
Right.
So if you were born in that 60s era, somebody may have told somebody that was more than 50s may have told him. I also feel that it's very cultish.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cults are big in the 60s.
Yep.
I wonder, and this is not...
Almost at 500 views. We're at 492.
Nice.
God damn it. I want to get up to 500 on that one.
That's right. Hopefully we get some more. I'm wondering
if you're listening to this one, you haven't listened to the other one, go back and listen.
Go back and listen, right? Yeah. So because of the 60s, the cults were popping up everywhere, really.
Yeah.
It's a big cult time. So I'm wondering if when Mr. Herbert was writing these books, if that played into it, because I'm sure there was a lot of different religious freedoms and different aspects, and people look at things differently in the cult. So I'm wondering if that had an influence in his writing when he wrote this.
Yeah.
And which I'm sure it did, because it seems like it.
Hate Paste. At Hate Paste.
At Hate Paste?
Yes. So these brilliant kids don't know this is a book that George Lucas ripped off.
Now we do.
He turned around and apologized. He's like, that didn't mean to be so hateful.
Well, it's because I went in, because I'll interact too, and when I interacted, it wasn't to yell at anybody. I mean, by all means, it's literally just to have that interaction, because I like that interaction. I like the back and forth.
So do I.
That's why we do this, right? That's why this is called Entertainment Rants.
Yeah.
We rant.
Yeah, we're ranting.
This is what we do.
Sometimes we get it right. Sometimes we get it
wrong.
Really fucking wrong.
Really fucking wrong.
I mean, what? We're on a couple hundred episodes at this point. I'd go back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, come on now. I'm okay with it. But yeah,
I'm sure this is not the first episode we've got shit wrong.
Probably not. Definitely not. Fuck that. Sure. I think we've done things, and then the next day after this gets uploaded, I listen. I'm like, oh shit, I should have done that.
That was not right at all.
That was, and then I'd look it up after, because I thought, I was like, wait, did I say that right?
There was some sort of net of information where we could look this shit up.
Well, I think that a lot of the times
research.
Yeah, but I think that a lot of the times when we come off with shit, it's off the nothing here is scripted.
Always, and we're kind of going way off of Dune here.
Super soft.
But this is was always the point of the podcast to begin with. I didn't want to make this big research podcast. This is literally just us talking like we would be talking together at a bar or in our living room, just being like, hey, this fucking movie Dune, did you see it? Nah, yeah, I saw it. It was this is what I thought of it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's literally what this is.
Hey, do you know it was a book? Nah, I didn't know it was a book.
Fuck.
It's a fucking Star Wars ripoff. How did I know? You know what I mean? That's all this podcast.
It's an Avatar ripoff. Yeah. Fucking guys jumping up on the fucking
all this podcast is ever supposed to be about. I said it before. I started this podcast during the pandemic, and it was mostly so my wife didn't have to hear me talking about superheroes. She's like, yeah, go do it. Spend the money on the equipment. Go talk to your friends. So I don't have to listen to you talking about your bullshit superhero
Thank you,
stuff.
Amy.
Yeah, really. That's really what it boiled down to. That's why we started it. Yeah. And she loves it. She's like, yeah, podcast night? Great. I don't have to hear it.
Awesome. I don't have to hear it. You're out of the house.
She's been on a few times. We talked about Hamilton and certain things, we do our theater ones, which we're coming up on Saturday. We're going to go see Jersey Boys.
Yes, we are.
And, so we're not podcasting about it?
And we can, the next day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that night? No. Next day?
Talk after.
Sounds good.
All right.
You heard it here first, folks.
All right.
It's exclusive.
Exclusive.
That's fine.
Some behind the curtain shit.
Oh, don't talk about the man behind the curtain. So yeah.
No.
So yeah, that's really
that's
where
what this
it's born
is.
out of. So when people are like, oh my god, there's comments and stuff like that. I don't really I love the interaction, and I don't really mind if people hate it. First of all, the internet's born of hate. It's just riddled with it, and we gained subscribers based on the hate and how wrong we got it. Yeah. And number two is this isn't necessarily, this is not my livelihood.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So I just have fun with my friends doing this, and it's a great time. And if we get it really, really wrong,
I got guys at work who listen to it, and they're like, "Really?" I'm like, whatever. Yeah, I do this at work too.
Mea culpa. Sorry, we got it wrong. We fucked up because there was a couple people talking about a movie we thought we knew about, and we didn't. Apparently we did not. We just fucked it up. If you like the way we talk, the way we talk about the shit we ramble on about, and the memories we have of shit in the past or whatever, then keep listening. We hope you do. But definitely keep writing. Keep writing in. Keep commenting. But if you do, all I ask is don't just write, "You guys suck." Say, "You guys suck," and this is why. I have no problem when somebody says, "You guys suck." It's fine.
You're right.
You're probably right. Tell us why.
I'll get it right next time.
Just use an extra couple of keystrokes and tell us why.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all I ask. That's all I want to know. Love to know why.
Please.
You know what I mean? So there you have it. All right, so let's go to some numbers. What do you think? Did we get some numbers ready?
We got numbers.
I need a voice check on it.
Give me the budget.
All right, Mila, you're up. Oh fuck, Mila's not here. All right. Can't throw a meal under the bus on this one.
She's like 20,000.
189 million.
Dude, are you serious?
Yeah.
Fucking 190.
No!
Yeah. Did you peek?
I literally just pulled that out of my ass.
190. Fucking A. Worldwide. Bucks.
Ooh. It did well.
It did well.
I know it did well.
It did do well.
I'm probably going to be way off, but I'm going to say 425.
Fuck. Up higher.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Over 5?
Over 5.
Really?
700.
Oh!
Yeah, $708 million.
Jesus, that I didn't see that coming out.
82 million the first weekend.
But I poked the fucking
it was 3.7 times production budget.
Wow, that definitely was a hit.
Yeah, it fucking they
obviously why they're greenlit the Messiah stuff.
Oh God, yeah.
Timothée has the Messiah series on his upcoming IMDb
Dude,
list.
it opened with 82 million. Wow, that's a huge fucking weekend.
Honestly, good for them. It might not have been my biggest cup of tea, but like I said, it wasn't horrible. It was very exposition-y. I wanted a little bit more action, but good for them. You know, they put forth a lot of effort to this movie. Clearly,
yeah.
I thought the writing, there was a lot of it. And to write that much dialogue, and the cinematography and the special effects and everything. I thought there was there's a lot of people in it. There's a lot of the costumes were amazing.
Yes. Yes.
All that, I thought the imagery and stuff like that was spot on. I think they did a really good job trying to put it together. And again, having never read the books, I don't know exactly how true to the books they kept it, but so I don't have that opinion on it.
Right.
But
but watching it for what it is.
Movie, as a movie itself, I don't have the time to go watch it again, so that's definitely not going to be on any kind of rotation. That's why I rented it for $22, $24, whatever the fuck it was. Because I didn't want to buy it for $29. I hate that. That's fucking annoying.
Well, I'm not gonna buy it because what's selling my fucking.
Well, I buy movies all the time. Not all the time. I buy a lot less than these days because I had so much with Netflix and Peacock and every other fucking thing I own. It's like there's really no reason to buy movies like I used to. To keep sit on my Apple iTunes. Sometimes I do. Like I still have my Apple TV, not iTunes. My Apple TV. Some movies I do. I know I'll watch like the Spider-Man movies over and over again. I'll watch certain things. The Marvel stuff I'll definitely watch. Your favorite Elf. I'll watch that over and over again.
God, that movie's. I can't even say that movie sucks. So I have no idea.
I know.
Because Will Ferrell sucks.
I'm just fucking with you. So I know he's your Tom Cruise. So
he really is.
So certain movies I'll buy, but most movies I don't anymore. So no, I wouldn't buy this one because I'm not going to watch it over and over again. So it really sucks to rent a movie that's like only a few dollars cheaper than buying it.
Yeah,
it chaps my ass. All right, do you want to rate this bad boy?
Yeah.
What do you got? I think I went first last time, so.
I want to give it a higher mark than I'm going to, I think, though. But a lot of the downtime fucking kills it for me.
Yeah.
I think I'm like 3.25, maybe?
Yeah, I'm at a 3. I'm with you. I'm there. I'm at a 3.
It's like, this is one of those movies I definitely want to like it much more.
I gave the last one like 3.25.
I think we're like right in the same page as last time.
This one just slightly under the last one because it was it was longer and it was so much more, just like you said, downtime.
Yeah, I gave Dune 1 3.25, so I'm still in the same spot, 3.25.
I'm at a 3 on this one. I had to give it a little less. It was that extended downtiming, extended talking scenes, and just not the scene where they're underground. He's doing the whole Messiah thing, and
that's some powerful shit was happening.
That was powerful. I thought it was really good. When he drinks the life,
the poison,
the poison, basically. I thought that was really good.
A lot of powerful shit was happening.
A lot of powerful stuff, but there was just some scenes that were just too much. Too much, and it brought it down for me. It was tough. I almost started cleaning. That's not a good idea. If I'm gonna get up and fucking start cleaning my house,
you know what? Fuck.
Okay, my kids' monster trucks all over the living room. I should probably clean these up. While I'm watching a movie that I'm researching, doing the podcast.
Right.
That's not a good sign.
I feel like
if I can clean, I'll still get it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
I feel like this is almost like going to midnight mass. Like it's powerful shit being said, but it's midnight mass and it's like a 2-hour mass.
Yeah,
like that's.
I've done it a couple of
I've done it. Christmas. That's like our, the Christmas midnight mass, right? Like,
I did it once or twice. I'm like, nah.
I've done it a lot. Oh my God. I used to listen.
I'll come back tomorrow.
When I was, I'd still be going. When I was younger, I used to go to church every night. Every night. 7 o'clock mass with my grandmother. Every night. And then CCD on Sundays.
Oh my God.
Right? So I got every night plus Sundays. Sometimes I go twice a day.
I'll buy the album.
Yeah. So as I got older, it became just the holidays. Then it was just like Easter and Palm Sunday.
Yeah.
It was like Palm Sunday, the 4 Sundays, Easter, and Christmas. Yeah, and then it became just, then it was pick one, Easter or Christmas. And I ended up picking Easter because the older I got, I wanted to go out like Christmas Eve and stuff like that. I didn't want to stick around for midnight mass. I was too busy doing other things that the Lord definitely didn't like me doing. But that's how I felt about this movie. Like, powerful shit was happening. I'm not taking anything away from that because there was a lot of deep shit. But it was a lot of downtime, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like the plot twist with the Baron actually being his grandfather. I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like I didn't see that coming.
No, I didn't see that either.
Pretty good.
That's cool. That was cool. I thought that was good. The twist and stuff were good.
And then when he goes to fight, he was like, "All right, cousin." He's like, "Cousin." I'm like, "Oh shit!" He laughed you off, fucker.
Yeah. Again, I thought that was good. I thought that was good stuff. I liked the twist.
Yeah.
But there was just too much. It was too much. And at some points, it felt like there was too many stories
to follow.
There was too many storylines.
There was definitely a couple things happening that you definitely need to pay attention, and that's tough because you had a lot of.
But like, do we need this many storylines?
But this is part of the shit that like the time jump. It's like fuck, we went from one story to another story. Shit that I missed something in between. Hit rewind. Oh no, that's just a quick fucking scene jump to something else, and it's something else going on. And fuck, those truth sayers, they scare the shit out of me. Oh my God! I was like, "Fuck, you got me." I almost stopped doing what I was doing at work. I was like, "I'll do whatever you want me to do."
What do you need me to do?
What do you want me to do? Tell me.
I got this.
I mean, again, it's just I want to like it more, but a lot of things brought it down, and a lot of the exposition. See that? I used it.
Nice.
Kind of brought it down.
That was good. Good word usage.
And it brought me down to 3 1/4, and I think that's kind of what I'm in for as far as a series. It's it's a 3 1/4.
Yeah.
So, doesn't make the rotation. I don't hate it. I didn't love it. I don't hate it. If somebody says, "Hey, you want to watch this?" I says, "No." I'll fucking call me after.
Call me. Let me know how it was.
We'll have dinner later on. But
call me a couple of days when you finish it. Yeah. No, I feel you. Anything else you got coming up?
I was just thinking, man.
I'll coming up on Saturday, so we'll do a review of that at some point.
What?
The Jersey Boys.
Yep.
We'll get that.
We'll do the Jersey Boys.
The North Shore Music Theater, the jewel of the North Shore.
The jewel of the North Shore. I'm actually excited to see that. I just finished watching Stories of the Empire. Fucking awesome.
Cool. Yeah,
really like that.
That was awesome.
I finally watched. I mean, it's a quick watch.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you guys the other day, if you watch Rebels, it helps. If not, don't worry.
Yeah.
Because it's the 2 stories. If you saw Stories of the Jedi, it's set up the same way. It's 2 stories about 2 different people. If you watch Ahsoka, you know who, what's her name? Shit on me. Elizabeth? The bad woman? The one that Ahsoka goes out, the one that fucking helps bring the witch.
You're doing great.
I know. I hate you. The witch who fucking goes and gets fucking thrown out.
Do you mean Anna Santos' daughter? Linda, what's her face? The one that died?
Yes, her. Yeah. It's her story.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's her story, that's one of them. And then another one, the other story, it takes place during, like, it starts off, like, right where kind of Rebels is. This particular character is from Rebels.
Did you like that dead stare, by the way?
I did. It was
the same fucking dead stare I used to give my parents when they'd yell at me. Yeah, I gotta keep talking. It's going right through me. I'm looking. They're like, "Are you looking at me?" Like, not really. I'm kind of looking at the wall behind you, through your fucking head.
I like that.
Through your head.
So the second character is.
He does my brother too. When I would start to leave, they have like a lazy eye.
Hey, get back here!
Would you look at me and go? He's like, "You're an asshole."
You're an asshole. So I just finished watching that. I liked it. It was a good story. It was fun to watch. I'm looking forward to the Acolyte. I want to see the Acolyte so fucking bad. And I hope it's really good.
The trailers look good.
The trailers look awesome. The Acolyte. That's really all I got going on. Right, really. That's all I'm looking forward to.
The other one's coming out at the end of the year. The
Good talk.
Not the Rogue Squad. The what's the other series they're coming out with?
I don't know.
with Jude Law.
Huh?
Yeah, there's another Star Wars series coming out at the end of the year
what the
with
fuck,
Jude
dude?
Law.
I can't keep doing this. Come on.
No, I know. There's another one. But you did see the announcement, like the Marvel stuff. They've kind of finally come down to the fact that they're only going to do 3 movies and 2 series per year.
Yeah, which is good. Thank God.
That's kind of, other than the series, because at the beginning they weren't doing series, but like movie-wise, that's kind of what they did in the beginning. You really only got 3 movies, like an Iron Man, a Hulk, a Captain America, or whatever, or a Thor, or something. So you didn't get 14 movies and everything per year.
Right.
You know, so that was really good.
Skeleton Crew.
That's the one. Skeleton
Gotcha.
Crew, you got it. That comes out at the end of the year.
Yep.
So, I haven't seen any trailers, just some images and stuff like that, but, you know, we still got that coming. But, yeah, some stuff coming out. You know, it's always new stuff to watch. Kind of excited. They got did you see the sort of teaser shot of David Cornsweet in the Superman outfit?
Yeah.
Listen, I know your feelings on the thing. I just want to see if you had seen it.
Yeah, I saw the image.
Okay.
Right.
What were your thoughts on the image?
Him putting on his boots?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I have no.
So it does look like he's wearing the red shorts. He's got the shorts on. He's got the red shorts on.
Oh,
that was a big internet consternation for months.
I don't
He's gonna wear the shorts. He's gonna.
Fuck.
Oh, I do.
I know you do.
Totally do. However, the suit looks good and bad. It's kind of cheesy. It looks like almost like a step, maybe a half step up from a CW show at best, but not as good as the Zack Snyder stuff. And I wasn't a huge fan of the Zack Snyder suit, but the quality of the suit looks better than this suit. This one looks like wrinkled and falling off of him, like around the shoulders. It's all rippled and stuff like that. Like, oh, and the sleeves, like the end of the sleeves around his wrist, aren't tight. They look like they're falling off. Like, did you buy the wrong size? What the fuck happened?
Like,
did you get one sized up too much, or what happened? Were you bigger?
Maybe.
And you just you did some fasting, some intermittent fasting, and now you've lost a little bit. What happened, Soups? What's going on, my brother?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see James Gunn fail.
No, you've made that very clear. You've made that very, very clear.
Yeah, I'm not a. It's because, and the reason why. I'm worried that he's going to have too much involvement in too much shit.
Too many of them, yeah.
You know, and too many of them. And how do you tell the boss no?
Right. There is that.
You know, and that's literally what I'm worried about.
That could be a problem. That absolutely could be a problem.
We talked about this the first, like
writing and or directing.
He's writing and or directing fucking like 6 of the first 10 that are coming out or something like that. It's like I don't. How do you? If you need to pay attention to all this other shit, how do you have time to do that shit?
How do you have time to make it quality?
You
can crank it out. It doesn't mean it's going to be quality. But you can't have quality, quantity, and speed at the same time. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't.
You got to pick 2. You could do
and honestly, and I wasn't
listen. You can't do quality at the same time. It's going to suffer.
And I wasn't a huge fan of the shit that he did in Marvel. Like Guardians of the Galaxy. I was never a fan of that fucking fringe group anyway.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't.
Those movies did well. A lot of people really liked them. I wasn't a big fan of the last one, but the first one, I really dug the first one. I even liked the second one, but I really dug the first one. It was a surprise because I didn't give a shit about that group anyway. Like, I didn't even really realize who they were till the movie came out. I was surprised. I actually liked that movie. I thought he did well. Suicide Squad. I liked the new Suicide Squad better than the original one.
I like the original better.
But we've gone over that.
Yeah.
Like, I like the new one better.
Yeah.
I think he's okay. I think he's, he can do the lighter side, which I think DC needs more of. That sort of lightness to it because it's a lighter book. It's a lighter universe than Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel people dying.
It's very dark. It's more
They're
dark
adults.
and gritty. You know what I mean? With the exception of like Peter and stuff like that. But yeah, no. But this DC is more like gods and things like that. But it's more, the characters are more light. You know what I mean? They're more like other than Batman, they're all colored a lot brighter. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So they need somebody who can do that lightness and comedy a little bit more than but good in a good way than a Marvel comic. You know what I mean? And Zack Snyder was never that fucking person. He is too dark. Everything he does is dark. Everything is like Sucker Punch and 300 and all the other fucking movies. It has the same exact dark tone to it.
Yep.
Man of Steel was dark.
But you know what though? I think that DC, whoever was in control at that time, was trying to rival Marvel, and so they were trying to say, okay, well, Marvel's going to come out like dark and edgy. Well, that's what the kids want. That's what we need to do.
It's not the character.
I know, but I think that's what fucking killed them, is they were trying to be too much like Marvel.
Kids want. It's what the fans want. The fans want what the comics are.
Right.
And you lost your way because the Marvel comics are that kind of gritty, but superhero like the DC are not.
No, are not. And they
so
try
make
to
the movies like the comics. That's what the fans want.
I think I would have liked. I think maybe I would have liked that more. I think I would have maybe gravitated more towards the DC stuff. Well, not more than Marvel, but just more than I have already.
Yeah,
if they did it right.
Separation.
Yeah.
I like the Marvel stuff, but I like the DC stuff equally for different reasons.
Right. Not equally. I like Marvel better. I'm just saying.
I'm a DC person.
Yeah, you
always
are.
have been.
Yeah, fuck them. Too many
Nice.
gods.
The relationship's been nice.
Too many gods.
Twice we've cut this relationship off during this podcast
We have.
tonight. Woo. You know
many
what?
gods.
I've decided we really shouldn't do these late at night.
That's fine.
We should do these Sundays afternoon. We get
That
along
doesn't
better
work,
Sunday
though.
afternoon.
This is true.
It's a lot happier.
Fucking late at night, we're like, fuck you. I don't like
Fuck
this.
you. We do the hallway sex.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm out.
See ya.
Fuck, I just taught class,
Yeah.
fought, sparred, sweating, been since 5:15.
Yeah.
Watching other people teach, shadow.
Yep.
Fucking ready to go home.
And you had to look at me the whole time.
How do I look at you those? It's late.
God damn it.
And I gotta wake up at 5 a.m.
Trust me, that's a lot of looking at me.
It's a lot of looking at
I know, I'm with me 24/7. It's a lot of looking at me.
I feel bad for you.
It's not easy.
Shit.
It's not easy being this gorgeous. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. On that note, thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are Entertainment Rants at entertainmentrants.com. Check us out online. Find us at Apple Podcasts, wherever your podcasts are found, wherever you like to listen to. Check us out on our YouTube channel. Please write us some comments. We love to interact with everybody. Negative, positive, we don't care. Write us. We want to talk to you. Write us a review on Apple Podcasts. Keep it positive if you can. If you can't, that's fine too. Whatever pays the bills. I really don't care. We just like to interact with the fans. It is what it is, right? Write us a line at engageentertainmentrants.com. Please check out the other podcasts on the channel at bio.link/subculturepod network. And on that note, Larry, what are we going to go do?
Rant, let's rant.
Rant it up.